question for the universe, for spirit, for God, for life. Is it time to take off the mask? Should I be totally honest with myself now and with everybody else? Or do I keep up my little game where I'm partially still hiding behind something? What does the universe say about that? Let's see what it has to tell me about that. I was thinking when I picked these cards, maybe I'll just get rid of them altogether. But no, I think I need them. I need them because I'm not quite there yet. And so I'd like to read them. There's 4 cards, plus the mascot. They're all queens. That's interesting. Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, Justice, and Princess of Wands. So we have 2 queens and a princess, all female energy, and then the card of Justice in between them. Very interesting. So let's talk about these cards. We've got the Queen of Pentacles, which is a material grounding, money, resources, stability, kind of like reliability, practical things. And that's ruled by Venus. So that's also beauty, art, culture, pleasure. Queen of Wands is more action, creativity, a spark, vitality, enthusiasm, passion. Now, it's a very interesting thing to me that it's the spark of creativity. In other words, the thing that gets us going, the thing that makes us really want to express ourselves and put things out into the world. And that's the spark that's been missing. Justice, we can talk about balance, weighing the truth, fairness, law, order, karma. And it's the only card in the deck that has a blindfold on, so there's no favoritism. Justice is weighed and measured, Princess of Wands, more youthful courage, stepping onto one's own path. It's a very fiery, enthusiastic, animated card. It's a little kid running through the woods or a knight on a white horse coming to save the day. That's the Princess of Wands. So you have the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Queen of Wands, and you have Justice and the Princess of Wands. All 4 of those cards are female. Women have dominated my life for decades. In fact, some would say too much, even though many of the strongest, most impactful people in my life are male. But I mean, there's been a lot of women. You know, my mother, my sisters, ex-wives, girlfriends, daughters, nieces, students, business partners, mentors, teachers, everybody from secretaries to assistants to CEOs. Yeah, a lot of women. Now how does Justice change that? Well, it brings balance. It's the 11th card. So numerology 11, it's a master healer, a master teacher, karmic debt and karmic rebalancing. Maybe this is a time of reaping what was sown, paying attention to the lessons that have been taught and learning that have been learned, shifting from fear to love, moving from lack to abundance, etc. But the 4 queens, that's like too much. That's a domination. And so this is the balancing of that. Now the princess, I can argue that's youth. I was a young man, and that's a youth movement. But maybe it's not. Maybe it's just another queen that's been disguised as a princess. In any case, there's something very important in here that's happening. I'll pull another card. It's from a shamanic deck. It's called the Outcast Girl. Now the Outcast Girl, here's a child who doesn't feel accepted, and her totem animal is a deer. She feels alone and unrecognized. She doesn't feel that she fits in. She's different. She's an outcast. She's rootless. She's been uprooted and she doesn't know why. That's the outcast. That's the unrecognized self. That's probably me. I've felt like an outcast my entire life. I was the outcast boy. Nobody saw me. Nobody acknowledged me. And even when they did, they didn't know what to do with me. I was confusing. I was awkward. I didn't fit in. So the reading is pretty clear. If I want to stop hiding, if I want to be true to myself, if I want to get off the program, if I want to step off the plantation, I have to recognize myself. I have to acknowledge myself. The outcast, the unrecognized, the rootless, that's the place I've been living from. And that's not a fun place to live from, but it's the place I've been living from. And so there's a lot of pain associated with that. And the pain is real. It cuts deep. But if I want to fix it, I gotta go there. That's where I gotta start. So the first move is to actually take some responsibility for this. If I want to change it, I gotta look at it. I gotta face it. I gotta acknowledge it. I gotta feel it. I gotta feel what it feels like to be an outcast. I've been doing that work, and as I do that work, this will be a tool. That's why I brought the cards today. They help me focus. They help me hone in on the details and specifics of what it is I'm looking at. Let's take a look at 11 again, because that's what justice is. The master healer, the master teacher, the person who can look at debt and see that it's time to collect. It's time to pay up. 11 is also intuition, inspiration, psychic abilities, and dreams. So all of a sudden, my intuitive world expands. I see things that I didn't see before. I hear things that I didn't hear before. My dreams are clearer. I'm inspired in ways that I haven't been inspired in a long time. I have ideas and thoughts and feelings that I've never had before. Like it's a whole new world. And that's what happens when you get off the program. That's what happens when you step off the plantation. You see things differently, and it's frightening, but it's exciting. It's scary, but it's also amazing. It's breathtaking. And I think that's why we have the Princess of Wands here, because there's a youthfulness to it. There's a boldness, there's a freedom, there's a confidence. It's a whole new way of seeing things, a whole new way of being in the world, a whole new way of feeling connected to things. So the 11 helps me understand that what I'm doing right now is totally the right thing. I'm on the right path. It's not easy. It's difficult. It's challenging. There's a lot of tears. There's a lot of sweat. There's a lot of blood. There's a lot of pain, but it's worth it. And that's what the Princess of Wands tells me. That's what the fire, the spark tells me. That's what the enthusiasm tells me. That's what the creativity tells me. Next card is 18, the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune says it's time to get off the wheel. It's time to step off the Ferris wheel. It's time to escape the merry-go-round. Time to stop being a pawn in somebody else's game. Fate is shifting. Destiny is changing. Cycles are turning. There's a reason it's called the Wheel of Fortune, because fortune is changing. Things are turning around. There's an opportunity to get off the ride. It's like the clowns have left town. The circus is gone. The carnival is packed up and moved to the next city. And here I am at the empty lot where the big top used to be. And I'm like, what do I do now? And it's not an easy question to answer, but it's a beautiful question to ponder. What do I do now? What do I do now that I'm finally free? And free is exactly the right word, because the next card is the 8 of Swords. And the 8 of Swords is a woman who's bound with ropes, but she's not a victim. She's aware of the ropes. She knows she's been tied up. She can see the walls. She knows she's in a box, but she also knows she can get out. She could cut the ropes if she wanted to. She could break the walls if she wanted to. She could escape the room if she wanted to, but she's not willing to. She's chosen to stay there. Now, why would that be? Well, maybe it's comfortable. Maybe it's familiar. Maybe she's afraid to go out into the unknown. Maybe she's afraid to be on her own. Maybe she's afraid to experience the world without the protection of the walls and the comfort of the ropes. But maybe she's also just simply not strong enough to break the ropes or brave enough to face the world without the safety of the walls. But either way, the point is she can get out. The door's open, the key is on the table. It's unlocked. She can make a choice. She can choose to leave. She can choose to set herself free. And that's the option I have now. I can choose to stay where I am, where I've been safe. Or I can choose to take a risk and step into the unknown. But the good news is, according to the Eight of Swords, I already have everything I need to set myself free. The next card is the Three of Pentacles. And the Three of Pentacles is about work. It's about creativity. It's about building something. It's about expressing yourself. It's about carving out your own mark, making your own contribution, working with others, collaborating, cooperating. It's about all the things it takes to create something tangible and real and valuable in the world. It's about skill. It's about craftsmanship. It's about dedication. It's about loyalty. It's about commitment. It's about showing up every day and doing the work day in and day out, regardless of whether anybody sees it or appreciates it or not. Or that's the thing you learn when you go to an artist colony and you paint every day for a month. You show up even when nobody's watching, even when you don't feel like it, even when you think it's not gonna be good, even when you think it's stupid, even when you think it's pointless. You show up and you do the work. And that's the only way you get better. The only way you improve. The only way you become a master. The only way you carve out your own style. The only way you become indispensable. The only way you build something that lasts is to show up and do the work. Day after day, year after year. And that's what I'm doing. And I hope that I can keep doing it. And it's easier now. This work, this creative work, this building of something new, something real, something true, something mine. It's easier now because the burden of the past is lighter. The chains are less tight. The ropes are thinner. The walls are shorter. The doors are open. The key is in my hand. I'm braver. I'm stronger. I'm more confident. I'm more capable. I'm more willing to fail. I'm more willing to risk, to take a chance, to step into the unknown. I'm more willing to be me. I'm more willing to do this work. And that's what the Three of Pentacles says. That's the perfect setup for the last card, which is the magical sword. Trust in your own magic. This is the magician with a sword instead of a wand. Instead of wands and fire, there's a sword and air. Instead of commanding the elements, he commands the mind. Instead of controlling the outer world, he controls the inner world. And that's the difference between the magician and the wizard. The magician controls the outer world. The wizard controls the inner world. What's the difference? Well, the magician assumes that everything out there is real. The wizard knows that everything in here is real. The magician thinks that everything out there causes everything in here. The wizard knows that everything in here creates everything out there. And that's the lesson I've been learning. That's the lesson that these cards have been teaching me. Everything in me creates everything around me. My thoughts create my reality. My beliefs create my reality. My perceptions create my reality. My imagination creates my reality. My feelings create my reality. My emotions create my reality. My attitudes create my reality. My behavior creates my reality. My consciousness creates my reality. So now that I realize that, now that I accept that, now that I acknowledge that, now that I own that, now that I use that, the sword is my tool. It's my instrument. It's my weapon. It's my armor. It's my everything. And that's why it's called the magical sword. Because it's magical. It's miraculous. It's amazing. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable to me. And that's why I said at the beginning of this video, I think I need these cards. I need them because I'm not quite there yet. And I think I need them because I'm not quite there yet. I need them because I'm not quite there yet. I need them because I'm not quite there yet. I need them because I'm not quite there yet. I need them because I'm not quite there yet.